Richard proves his point. Gordon was none of the best of moods. He had just returned from showing the new mayor of Soda around the island, and was filled about how Richard got on with the express by James. "He left the great coach at Knapford?" Gordon thundered. "Oh yeah," said James. "He didn't want to top up either, and he missed Daisy's connection." "Disgraceful," Gordon sniffed. "Imagine being a rookie at the Express. I've been doing it since day one." "Do you mean maybe I get to pull it tomorrow?" asked James hopefully. "I believe you're still recovering from dirty coal cars and grubby little barges," Gordon huffed. Unbeknownst to the two engines, Richard, who had just popped by to say hello, had heard everything. Without another word, Richard sadly retreated to Knapford's sheds, hurt by Gordon's words. That evening, Richard sat unhappily at Knapford's sheds. Gordon's words had been racing around his rods all day. He perked up a little when Henry arrived. "There you are, Richard," he said. "You missed the evening briefing from Sir Topham Hatt. I thought I'd come and see you. Are you all right?" Not really," said Richard glumly. "I thought I'd do well with the Express, and tried to prove that I could. I might just be a bit rusty." Henry raised an eyebrow. "You've pulled the Express before?" he said. "Why didn't you tell anyone?" "No one ever asked," replied Richard. "When I used to work in London and South Western, I pulled the Express all the time. I even went all the way to the north. I just haven't done it in a long time. That's probably why I made those mistakes when Gordon was away." Henry gave a reassuring smile. "There's always a second chance for everything, Bud," he promised. "James, Bear, Dudley, and I often take it in turns with the Express when Gordon's away. But we're not perfect, so don't worry about it, Richard. You'll get your chance again. Gordon always sees potential in a substitute for the Express one way or another. Would you like to come back to the sheds and Tidmouth with me?" "That's all right," replied Richard. "I appreciate your offer, but I'm going to stay here tonight. You can go back to Tidmouth now. It's been nice talking with you. Thank you." "Okay, then," said Richard. "I hope you'll make your day better tomorrow. Good night." With that, Richard watched as Henry left Knapford sheds to Tidmouth sheds to get some rest. Richard had a lot to think about, but his chance to get the Express again came sooner than expected. The next day, Gordon did not feel well, although he tried not to show it in front of the others. Nico brought his coaches to Knapford, and Gordon waited patiently for the guard to blow his whistle. When it did, Gordon limped feebly out of the station. "Something's wrong, Gordon," said his driver. "We should probably give the Express to someone else." "Nonsense," Gordon spluttered. "I can do it faster and best, and pull the Express." "We do understand," interrupted his driver. "But just in case, we might want to go to the works."
"I can manage," Gordon roared.
With such difficulty, Gordon tried to pick up speed, but soon he would land himself in trouble. A little later, Sir Topham Hatt came to Knapford's sheds to see Richard.
"Gordon has broken down on the main line," he said. "I'd like you to retrieve the Express."
Richard looked worried.
"But, sir, can somebody else do it?" he said.
"Pip and Emma are on the high-speed run, James and Dudley are on the goods run, and Henry and Bear have the local," Sir Topham Hatt replied. "You are the only engine available. Richard still looked worried. Arthur gave a reassuring smile. "Go on, Richard," he encouraged. "I pulled it once before. It's not that bad."
"But you didn't make a mistake," said Richard. "I'm worried I'll make another one."
"You'll be fine," encouraged Arthur. "Now Gordon needs you, and the express must be on time." With that as his motive, Richard steamed up and set off to the rescue. Gordon sat in the middle of the main line, feeling sorry for himself. "I told you something was wrong," scolded his driver.
"How was I supposed to know my firebox was clogged?"
Gordon protested. He hoped another engine would come to his rescue. His face fell when Richard arrived.
"What are you doing here?"
Gordon hissed.
"I've come to rescue the express," said Richard. "So you can make more mistakes like last time?" Gordon snapped. "I haven't got time to argue with pompous engines."
Richard huffed.
"The express is more important than your pride to pull it right now. The passengers need to get to the other end of the line, and you buckling at me isn't going to get them there."
Gordon was speechless. Henry soon arrived to take Gordon to the works, while Richard took charge of the express, remembering what Arthur had said. He braced himself for the task at hand and was soon on his way. Richard puffed along the line with the express rattling behind him. His driver made sure he was doing well. "Keep it up, old boy," he called. Richard soon reached Gordon's hill.
"I can do it," he puffed confidently. "I'll show Gordon what I'm capable of."
He charged the hill with every ounce of speed and strength he had. Before long, Richard coasted the hill in style. "Well done, Richard," cheered his driver. Passengers, leaning out of the carriage windows, cheered too. By the time Richard reached the end of the line, he was tired but thankful. He had managed to make up for lost time, but the passengers didn't mind. They were grateful he had come to the rescue and had redeemed himself from the last time he pulled the express. When Richard returned home that evening, he was greeted by a chorus of cheers, whistles, and horns from Nico, James, Henry, Dudley, Bear, Denham, and the high-speed twins. "A splendid performance, Richard," said Nico. "We knew you could do it," said Pip and Emma together. Gordon remained silent for a moment, but eventually spoke up.
"I owe you a great debt, Richard," he said. "You saved the express at the right moment. I would be honored if you pulled it again, and I'm sorry for thinking that you couldn't do it. Henry explained everything when he took me to the works. So, can you ever forgive a pompous old express engine like me? I won't mind if you call me Big G as my nickname."
"Of course I can, Big G," said Richard. The other engines laughed, and there was no more talk about Richard's first run with the express. Gordon claims his second was even better. Richard is now part of the Sodor family. He's always a friendly sight amongst the engines and is always a hard worker. Gordon is glad he made Richard his friend, and the two are a very great team. Richard, of course, is very proud to be a member of Sir Topham Hatt's Railway.